Hello, we're continuing today in the theme of Ephesians chapter 1, which we've been unpacking some of the incredible truths in there over the last couple of weeks. And today we pick up at verses 18 to 20. I pray that the eyes of your heart may be enlightened in order that you may know the hope to which he has called you, the riches of his glorious inheritance in his holy people, and his incomparably great power for us who believe. That power is the same as the mighty strength he exerted when he raised Christ from the dead and seated him at the right hand in the heavenly realms. So that's Paul praying for the Christians in Ephesus. And what a fantastic prayer to pray for anyone. Essentially, he prays that we might know Jesus better. And whether you've been a Christian for 70 years, you've walked with him all your life, there is always more to know. Whether you're listening this morning, you've got no idea who Jesus even is, my prayer is that you might know him better. And not just that you might know more about him, but you might actually know him personally, that you might have an intimate connection, to be able to have that relationship with Jesus. All of us can pray that we might know him better. Now, the prayer is that we might have our eyes opened to understand more of who he is. Now, my eyesight is fairly poor. If I wasn't wearing contact lenses or I'm not wearing my glasses, I really can't see very much at all. And sadly, sometimes that can easily be the case in my spiritual life. I might miss things all around that God is doing because the blinkers are on. And this year we know is 2020. And at the start of the year, there's a lot of talk about having 2020 vision as a church for seeing what God is doing. And it's fair to say that this year hasn't really worked out how any of us may have anticipated. But in the midst of that, that prayer remains that we might have 2020 vision to see what God is doing in, around and amongst us. In the Message translation, it says that he might make you intelligent and discerning in knowing him personally, your eyes focused and clear, so you can see exactly what he is calling you to do. And we could spend months unpacking just these two verses that I've got this morning. You'll be thankful to know we're not going to do that. But here's just another couple of short reflections. Just the other day, I was watching a live stream of a funeral service, of a funeral which many of you will be aware happened in the local community of friends of ours whose 6-year-old son tragically died of a brain tumour. And it's something which should happen to no family, something which no one should ever have to go through what they have these last 15 months. Absolutely heartbreaking for all concerned. And I just thought to myself, what can we offer in that situation if we don't have Jesus? Because if death is just it, then that's all there is. But as Christians, we have a hope, and it's not a wishy-washy, might turn out okay sort of hope, but hope has a name. And his name is Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, who came to earth, who lived as a man, who died and who rose from the dead, who punched a hole through the grave for all eternity, that when we live and place our trust in him, we can know that this life here on earth is just the beginning. The best is yet to come, that we can hold on to that hope of the promise of eternity. It speaks in the passage about the glorious inheritance that we have, and that Jesus has gone before us, he says, to prepare a room for us in his Father's house, that he has gone to prepare a banquet, a party. Now, I've been to some good parties in my time. I'm sure many of you have too, but this will be a party to end all parties. In fact, a party that never ends, that goes on for all eternity. Will there be no more tears? Will there be no more pain? Will there be no more suffering? But where Jesus will reign for all eternity and his people will be with him. What a day that we can look forward to. What a hope we can have because of Jesus. And just lastly, as we conclude that verse, it says that same power that raised Jesus Christ from the dead is at work in me, is at work in you when we trust him, when we invite him into our lives. It says that power is like nothing else in the universe and it lives in us. I wonder if we can just grasp even marginally better, a tiny bit better today, the hope that we have and the strength that we have. How will that affect the way that you live today?